Hello everyone, and welcome to Chinese with Pei. I am Pei Lao Shi. In this video, we're going to discuss some things that you do while at school. So one thing that you'll do pretty much every day at school is this. Now, the simplified for this character is see, a lot changed from that to that. Yes, that's the simplified. And this is xie zi. Xie zi. Xie means to write. So that's what I just did right here. Is I xie zi. Zi means characters or letters. So you xie zi means to write. Now in Chinese, most verbs require an object. They have to have something that they're acting on. So you can't just say like xie, because it's like, what are you writing? Are you writing characters? Are you writing in a different language? What are you writing? So the default object for xie is zi. Zi. Now you can 写中文字 write Chinese characters. 写英文字 write English characters. But this is the default. So if you're just doing writing, you 写字. 写字. Okay. So another thing, hopefully you're doing every day at school. So we learned the verb 学 to learn, and I'm just going to put it simplified here. 学, and then the other character 学习. Now 学习, the 习 is a simplified version of that. So, like I said, we already know. That's alright. Alright? I spell things, right? We already know. 学. We already know 学. And this is 习. 学习. 学习 is to learn in like a classroom setting, or to study in a classroom setting. 学习. 学习. 习 means to practice. So you study and you practice, makes you learn. So 学习. This particular 习, this is the character for Chinese President Xi Jinping. That's his sheng. Xi. So learn, practice, study, practice, and you'll learn. 学习. Now a two-character verb like this one, 学习, doesn't usually need an object, but you can add an object to that. Like right now, you are 你们学习中文. You're learning Chinese. 你们学习中文。So 学习。Okay. Alright, so this next one is another verb-object combination. So okay, so it's the traditional for this character. The simplified is like that, and this is kan shu. Kan shu. Kan means to look or to look at. And you can kind of see it with the radicals. Here's a hand radical, and here's an eye radical. So it's, you're looking. Kan. Shu means book. Shu. So to look at books or to read books. This is how you. This means to kind of casually read books. Kan shu. Kan shu. There's other words to like read out loud. And there's a word to study a book. This is simply to read a book. 看书, 看书. And you can replace that shu with like the name of a book. For example, 他看哈利波特. She reads Harry Potter. 哈利波特. Alright. So this next one, it's kind of... Okay, I'll just write it. And then you can see what I mean. Okay. Now, oops. Make that a little clearer. Nian shu. Now, this nian, this character here, the simplified, they just don't have that box. They just don't have that codes upon. So it's just this other bit here. So it's kind of one of those cases where the simplified kind of, it was like, was it really necessary to simplify? But you just got to deal. Yeah, 念书, 念书. To 念is to read out loud or to study for a test. And the reason it means like study for a test is because oftentimes in China, tests are very, and historically in China, tests are very much based on memorization. Like, can you quote the book to me? Is kind of what that is. And so to help you memorize, you will 念书, you'll read it out loud. 念书. Sometimes your teacher will ask you to read a passage out loud in class. 念书. So you might do this in school, or you might do this at home for school. 念书, 念书. And again, you can always replace that shu with the name of a book. So, 念书, so that shu is just the default object for that verb. Alright. Okay. Alright, so this one's kind of interesting. And like incredibly complicated. Okay, so that's the traditional. The simplified is still pretty complicated, but not quite as complicated. Okay, default object. So this is读书, 读书, to 读书. 读 means to study in depth, to really you're really trying to understand the text, you're trying to get into it. You're gonna 读书, 读书. And again, this 书 can be replaced with the name of a book or a class of book, like a type of book, like physics or poetry or anything like that. You can kind of replace that 书 with either a type of book or the name of the book. So 读书, 读书. Quick note about the traditional character. This bit right here, so this can also be written, and you'll see this on occasion. Some fonts put this character like this, but it's still this character. So you see the difference here? You have this one or this one. It's still the same character, it's just some fonts print it differently. So when you're reading along, if you're reading in traditional and you come across this one where it has this, oftentimes this will replace this in certain fonts. So just kind of be aware of it, and don't let it be something that hangs you up a lot. Just remember that it's there and that these are the same character. 读, 读书, 读书, to study in depth. Okay. Alright. And the last one for this, typically a student doesn't do this, typically the teacher does this. It is教书, 教书. 教 means to teach. So 我教你们中文. I'm teaching you Chinese. 我教你们中文. 教书 is just to teach in general. This is kind of the default object for 教. 教书. 老师教书. Teachers teach. 老师教书. 教书. 教书. Yeah. So, yeah, to teach books. And you can replace this 书 with anything they're teaching. Like science or language arts or something. You can replace that with anything, with any subject that the teacher's teaching. Like the example I gave earlier, 我教你们中文. I'm teaching you Chinese. 我教中文. I teach Chinese. 我教中文. So that's kind of how you use that. Well, I hope this was useful, and if it was, hit the like button. And if you have any questions about anything we covered in this video or in previous videos, please let us know in the comments or on our social media pages that we'll have links to in the description. And as always, please subscribe or watch some of our other videos, or both. And we'll see you next time on Chinese with Pei. 再见.